You ready? Put your headphones
on. Oh, hey.
Yeah, put your headphones on.
That was your intro?
Yeah, I was waiting.
Oh, hey.
Hey, guys. How's it
hey,
going?
guys.
Welcome back.
Hey guys, it's Stuart.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's episode 36. But, jeez, man.
Thank you guys.
Pops in every now and then. Gets so needy.
Very needy.
Is that better?
So
Y'all
much
feel
better.
good? Is that
Oh,
better?
man.
All right.
My
Well,
voice sounds very baritone.
Yep. Let's hopefully you can keep it in check tonight.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I had a good night last podcast. I didn't get into. I called him skinny.
Yeah. Did you go back and listen to that, right?
I thought he fell off his bike again or something. And hit his head.
Yeah. No, it was a compliment.
Yeah, I guess. You're never gonna let me live that down. Anytime I post anything about my bicycle,
Yeah.
first comment: wear a helmet.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
Safety first. I get it.
Anytime
he's looking out for his competitor.
yeah. Don't like.
Well, I mean, he's been headbutting the cement lately. Like I don't know,
He's been fucking losing.
big time.
He's been losing.
You got a Nate Diaz cut on his
Let's
eye.
see that. Damn, son. Dude, the earth left a trademark on your fucking eye.
Yeah, it was. Actually, I don't remember it, so I can't.
Yeah.
Well, the waking up part was not fun.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You look. Yeah. So let's keep it going.
Thanks. I think.
So what's up, Ollie?
None. Let's get through these sponsors. JustKeepPants.com, 6-month guarantee, always free shipping. Promo code
Two pants.
4.
Two pants at 15% off.
There you go.
Yeah.
And free shipping. All right. Also, Saloon Door. We just had Mr. Austin pop in. He has an early flight to catch tomorrow, so he just wanted to say hi to everybody, and then he dipped the fuck out. So, Saloon Door.
Big shout out to Saloon Door.
Big shout out.
Actually,
Big shout.
Big shout. Big
they're-
shout. Bruh.
So Saloon Door has always helped out myself and my brother, and we're actually gonna have another big party at Saloon Door on December 21st.
T-shirts again?
Man, I was just thinking about that because we've done it 2 years in a row. Each year we had like a different shirt, but
Why don't you get stickers made? It'd be cheaper.
yeah, it would be cheaper.
No, it would be. I mean, get it
By the
done.
way, we do have Fifth Stripe podcast
Oh.
stickers.
It's
Absolutely.
stickers,
Stickers.
sticker game. I saw one on the door. What?
Don't let it fool you. They're not rectangle. They're actually oval because we want to be different. And yeah, so that's it.
Can I see it? Can I see the sticker?
Yeah, if you want one, hit us up. If you don't want one, hit us up anyway. We'll take the feedback. Still probably give you a sticker.
Ryan said he wants pictures, DMs of males
no.
only wearing the Fifth Stripe podcast
No,
sticker.
no.
Yeah.
So
I want you
get the
guys
Fifth Stripe
to-
podcast sticker and send them to Ryan.
Yeah, send a nice DM. It could be selfie style. It could be, somebody
Actually,
taking a shot
Ryan
for
likes
you.
the DMs even without the stickers.
How
See,
about
why do you got to take my thunder? I was just about to say,
How
you
about
guys
this?
are talking about this sticker placement. I'm all about the nude, all about the buff.
Yeah.
You gotta
Flop
leave
your
some-
hog out. Let's
leave
see
some,
it.
Things to your imagination.
Yeah,
Right?
Ryan's favorite
My
weekend is a
IG
new
screen
dude
name.
weekend.
My IG screen name is Bertino41.
Oh shit.
Send all the dicks you want.
Burton Ho.
Burton Ho.
Burton Ho.
If you from Texas, his name's Burton Ho.
Burton Ho.
Okay, it's Burton Ho.
Man,
41.
I never fucking saw that
Burton
until you
Ho,
were like, I was like, somebody
Yeah.
asked me what my handle was, and I was like, oh, it's Bertinho. It means like
Yeah.
little
And
Berto
they're
in
like,
Portuguese.
spell that, and then you're like,
and
you're
I was
an
like,
asshole.
and I was like, yeah, it's, and then he just goes, Burton Ho.
Have you ever
And
had-
I was like,
have you
God
ever had
damn it.
Somebody call you by your handle?
Bertinho?
There's got to be people that they're only, they only know that person through following them
Social
on
media and
Instagram.
stuff.
And then whenever they see him in the real life, like they're like,
Burton Ho.
yeah,
Yeah.
hey, you're Bruno.
You're Burton Ho 41.
Oh man.
No. The only, Professor Drac and a few other Brazilians
calls you Burton
have
Ho.
called me like
Bertinho.
just Berto, but they'll pronounce it, in a very Brazilian-like way.
Like what?
Brazilian.
For
Since they
example.
are
Bachinho.
from
For
yeah,
example.
it's just be like, I don't know, I can't do it.
No, you can't do it.
Bachinho.
Berto, I don't know.
No, that was good. One more time.
You do it.
Nah.
You did a little hesitation.
Yeah, I was like, I can't. I don't have that like subtle. So
You kind of
like,
threw up in your mouth. A
well,
little bit.
because I don't know. I really don't know how to properly say the R in the middle of the word. Right, the double R is the h, right, like Baja. But just a single R, it's like a, I don't know, it's
But
like
if
a
the
real
single,
soft
if the
R.
single R is at the beginning,
Then it's
the H.
Yeah, it's an H sound.
So,
High-end.
with that, thanks
Oh,
to
Latin.
Lindor, I actually went to a fet, or I guess it was like a harvest festival.
Come to my party, December 21st.
Yeah, come to Saloon Door.
Burton Hose.
When is
Burton
it?
House, December 21st. Same day as the Christmas party.
Fuck.
Oh, later that night.
I think we're doing.
So we can celebrate. So we can celebrate all the new belts, man.
That is true.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get my 5th stripe on my blue belt.
I'll give you one. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, I mean, maybe he'll bless me as well.
Man,
He will bless you.
I was making that list today of eligibles.
Yeah.
To hand off to professor.
Eligibles.
Eligibles.
What is eligible? Like, what? I don't even really look at that stuff. People are like, "Oh, it's like 3 months for this."
No,
I'm like,
it's just
dude, I don't even pay attention
so-
to
it's
it.
time requirements.
So pretty much
within each rank
for
is the minimum.
blue, purple, and brown, your final eligibility time, which means like after you get your 4th stripe, when are you eligible? For the blue, it's 5 months after, and a certain number of attendances. The attendances can change by school, but IBJJF says 5 months time, and then for purple and brown, I believe it's 4. It's either 3 or 4.
That's 4.
It's 2 years too for blue belt. Too.
So, hey, when you add it up, yeah, it comes out to 2-year minimum time. I think it's 4 for the first stripe, and then 5, 5, 5, and then 5 to be.
Yeah, I got mine like 2 years, 2 Houston Opens ago, so like 2 years. So yeah, I'm like 18 months,
Well, no.
19 months.
Was it 3 Houston Opens ago? Now that they're doing 2
Man.
of them,
Yeah, it was the one.
Is the one in,
the June,
April.
huh?
It was like 2 or 3 ago when I got my
the
blue
spring
belt.
spring one,
It
not
was
fall open.
March. It was March.
March when I got it. Yeah, it was right after that because
Have
Zach
any
got
of-
his at Christmas in December, and then I got mine after the Houston Open.
Have you guys ever got one on the podium? I know you guys are blue belts.
They don't fucking hate.
No? Did you get any of yours on the podium? No, I just think that'd be
That'd be
really
pretty
cool.
I know.
you know?
I think Bobo
I've
got.
There's got to be a lot of.
I've
planning for that.
seen-
'Cause
Helen did it too. Helen when she got
I've
she
seen
got
it
a brown belt.
happen. Yeah, there was a guy. You remember Eddie Romero?
Oh yeah.
He got
yeah,
it at the
yeah.
Continent. He got his blue at the Continent. I remember that.
See, it's like once you get your first degree on your black belt, you have to carry at least one color belt on you at all times, so you can promote somebody when they like. You just did a great job. Here you go. Here's your purple belt.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, first degree is when you can
But,
promote
like,
somebody
you
else.
would basically need that if you were promoting people on the stage. You have to have a purple belt on.
Why don't you
have
just
to
stick
have
it in
a
your
brown
bag
belt
with
on
your
you know?
fucking
Well, I mean,
granola bar? and
but
your fucking
normally
banana?
a lot of these tournaments have vendors, right? So you could just go buy a belt. Or you know what a lot of people do is they'll use like a friend's belt, right? So like if somebody was getting the brown, I'd just be like, Oliver, give me your brown belt real quick, and then we'd use that one to promote him.
I'd say no.
Or just have an idea that
be like,
hey, if they do
nah.
well at this
Yeah, like-
tournament and they bring the belts with them and they keep it in their bag like you would your gi or whatever else.
If you see podium pics, sometimes you'll notice that the belt that they're wearing has stripes on it. That means it was probably one of their friends' belt, and they just got used that.
they
for-
didn't. They
for the
didn't get
promotion.
that much of a promotion.
Yeah, kind of.
Getting your brown belt 4 stripe today.
You excited about getting your black belt, Oliver?
No, no. I've got plenty of time before that happens, so I can adjust emotionally. And
At
mentally
least
for
another
that.
couple of years.
We
Thank you.
You gotta
coordinated
marinate.
the stripe
My
and track.
my goal is before 40, so we'll see how that goes.
Before TRT
So
or
race-
before 40.
Yeah.
It's a race between you and Dorian. Who gets to the black first?
No, I'm not setting myself up for failure, buddy. No.
Dorian's pretty determined. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he kicked me in the nuts the other day. He's like, that's just points deduction. I'm not DQ'd yet. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. He's learning. He's got that
Motherfucker.
competitive edge.
Hey, that's what I want.
I could not see Dorian kicking anybody in the
for
balls.
the kids event.
I could see him
Bro,
correct.
no, come over.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got these little plastic golf clubs, and he's got like little ninja swords and shit, and he will attack your genitals.
Oh, I got kicked in the balls at the very first Third Coast Grappling weigh-in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At the weigh-in?
At the weigh-in.
Damn.
What? Someone walked up and like...
Yeah,
Shamboji?
little Landon. So Brandon.
Yeah, Bice's son.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was like dancing on the stage, right? And I always call him Booger just to mess with him. I never call him Booger in class because I don't ever want this to be a thing. But whenever I just see him, like, "What's up, you little Booger?" And like I walked up to him and I was like, "What's up, Booger?" And he just walked up to me with like a big smile and like, bam, just kicked me right in the balls.
Attaboy.
Landon, huh?
Attaboy, Landon.
Yeah, but I freaking grabbed him by the ankle and I picked him up. Like this.
Did you shake him?
Yeah, like, ah!
Any candy fall out?
Landon's taller than Berto, so it's kind of an awkward thing.
We're the same height.
Well, yeah.
We're
He's a tall 5-year-old.
We're like shoulder to shoulder,
Yeah.
He still
Heart,
weighs
yeah, heart to
less.
heart.
heart to heart.
Yeah. Now, shout out to Landon. He's tough, man.
Shout out to Landon. He's,
So what's
he's
up?
cool.
What's new in your world, Oliver? What's going on?
Man, nothing's new in my world, man. I'm working over at Gracie Baja Pearland for a little bit, doing some programming.
What is that? Is
activities.
that like a grocery store or
It's
what?
it's like if so
It's
you know
next to a grocery
you know what Kroger is, right?
Mhm.
It's nothing like that. So
So what do they
that should
sell
sum
there
it up.
at?
Confidence,
Education and victory.
self-defense. They
love
sell.
I love it.
Some of the greatest friends you'll ever meet.
The
And
nicest school in Pearland is what I've heard.
It is the nicest school in Pearland. It's got the nicest people there, and
Very nice people.
Yeah, no. Professor Marcelo is super awesome. His classes are super tough and very, very fun to watch from the sidelines too. To be honest
In the
with you.
land of pears.
In the land of pears. But no, I'm out there for a few weeks. One of the employees out there is taking some time to take care of some stuff, so I'm just filling in for a bit.
Should we call
pretty
Ricky
fun.
again and ask him what he's been up to?
So this time he
Hey,
said
he's
he was
working
gonna.
out.
He
That's what
said
he
he was
told
gonna
me.
go work out, but what did he do
Yeah.
last time?
Man,
he went
he
fucking
He
home.
probably had some Reese's.
He's
Why should we call him?
Let's call him.
And you know who else?
he might. I hope he's
Alan
at.
was like, I'm going to be there this Monday.
Yeah.
No show. Because Berto's here. He's free to get flexed on. That's all it
Oh,
is.
Berto.
no, man, you're here.
No, he likes it when I'm here.
Well, yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be here because you're here.
But then he found out you were here. And I
Shout
don't
out to
think
Alan.
he
Alan, where
I'm
you at? We miss
always.
you,
When
bud.
am I ever not here?
can. Mr. Consistent. I like it.
I think we were talking about this the other day. The only people that have been on every single one have been you and I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Zaki Poo has had to been missing because of work.
Yeah. That just
You gotta show me how to run
That
those.
just shows we're fucking losers, bro.
Yeah, that's really what it is. We have shit to do on Monday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wireless.
I'm down, bro.
I went to Fry's because, dude, every time I go to Fry's to get something, they don't have it.
Oh, their
It's even
selection.
worse.
Their selection is horrible now.
They can order
They're,
it
they're
for
going.
you.
They're going out of business pretty
They're going
much.
out of business because every time I go there, I can't find what the fuck I want.
They're not
Well,
restocking the shelves.
They're not
anymore.
restocking
No.
No,
anything.
but even before that, like years before that,
Really?
I've been going. I don't know why I keep going back. 'Cause they got so much shit, but they never have what I'm looking for.
Like if you walk into Fry's, you'll see like a table that says like clearance, and if you walk past that table,
The
there's
shit's
nothing
cheaper.
else in the fucking store.
Or like the shit that's there is cheaper than.
Yeah,
the
there's
clearance
nothing
table.
in the
All
fucking
7
store.
pieces. Yeah. The only thing
I
Fry's.
saw a bunch of digital scales for like fucking $5 for like a bunch of scales. What else did they have? They had fucking RC cars that were out. They have a
They had RC's car there.
RC's car.
Oh,
It's a little
shit.
car. It's a very small car.
Small car. Yeah, no, Fry's was good. I got a couple of like external hard drives from there, pretty cheap, but that's about it.
What do you got on them hard drives, buddy?
Lots and lots of
Gay porn? British gay porn.
Caralho.
Basically, it's just a lot of different episodes of the Lord of the Rings cartoon.
I thought you were gonna say the Office, the British Office.
What?
Hey, Coach Ricky.
Hey, what's up, Ricky?
That doesn't look like the gym.
Look how skinny his face is.
Who's Jim? Hey, Ricky.
That doesn't look like the gym.
This is my place, and this is my girlfriend. And that's
Bro, it's a dope setup.
I
It
thought
looks
you were
really
gonna go to
nice.
Sanctuary Gym.
yeah, I ate first.
Oh, so now you're going to the Sanctuary Gym.
Yeah, I just ate. Look,
Oh, look.
Oh.
You ate it all? You fat fuck.
He's gonna go throw up now.
No, you look good, man. Your face all skinny.
Yeah.
Looking good.
This is an amazing angle. Girls should take pictures from this angle. Definitely don't hold it high. Oh, wait, a little bit higher. Go higher.
You gotta
Look
go
at
higher.
that. Look at that
Higher.
smile.
It's gotta be
Higher.
it's gotta be a downward
Higher.
angle.
He's got that trim
Bro.
beard. Look at him.
Cleavage
Oh.
or get the fuck out, Ricky.
You shaved your like eye hair.
yeah, I did.
Dude,
Oh, you look good,
I'm
dude.
telling you, you look on point, dude.
Damn, son.
If you didn't have a girlfriend, I'm sure you could find one.
Ricky, if you could give one grooming tip right now to our,
To the world.
I'm going to assume 432 listeners, what would it be? Start where?
A grooming tip?
Yeah,
Yes,
grooming
one
tip.
grooming tip.
I don't know. Cut at your jawline.
That's like that like works for like grooming and murder too. I think.
Is there a kind of oil you would recommend for the
Yeah.
beard?
Do you use beard oil?
yeah. So.
Do you use before you shave or after you shave oil?
No. It depends on kind of the situation because beard oil makes your facial hair look shiny, but beard wax directs your hair. So when my beard was big, I would use beard
That's all we had to do
wax
is
make
keep
sense.
talking.
and then
Yeah.
try to move it to the side. But beard oil just makes it look shiny.
Do you ever get one
So
in your mouth?
Are you saying like just Ricky or everybody does?
No, everybody.
Hey,
Everybody.
How much
Yeah.
are you weighing right now?
Ooh, that's your promoter asking you, by the way.
That is true.
That's your promoter.
And 170 is I think it's definitely obtainable. I just have to run and exercise, do everything I need to do.
Well, we see
stuff.
we see you're definitely taking care of that right now. So we're here to support you on your journey as you run through whatever the fuck you're eating in your house.
I can eat also.
That's good, dude. Keep at it.
Keep it up, buddy. Well, go do your shit, Ricky. Yeah, go.
I'm telling you, it's the exact same.
He's about to go to bed.
That is the exact same.
That's great.
That's good.
Coach Ricky's still wearing his Halloween costume.
Beautiful.
I will call y'all when I'm at the gym.
Do it.
I'm excited about some
No, bite?
gas station
Take a bite
sandwich.
from this. No, this is a HEB sandwich, actually.
This morning we were
They sell
training,
gas.
And Jevin, shout out to Jevin, was in. I don't think he'd mind me telling the story.
The red lizard.
But he
Yeah, red lizard.
he's been not training as much as he wants to recently, just for like personal reasons. But
It happens.
But he's getting back into it, and he like when we were in the locker room, he was like breathing hard. And he was like, "Man, coach, I almost threw up. I've been coming off the couch." And he goes, "Yeah, man, you got to go at your own pace." This is Professor Brandon, and he goes, "Yeah, I go to Ricky and I go, I'm coming off the couch, so I'm gonna take it, gonna take it easy." And Ricky goes, "Yeah, well, I'm training for Third Coast, so I'm not."
That's great.
Now Ricky's been going hard, dude.
So he goes,
Yeah, he's dedicated, man.
"All right, let's fucking go." And Jevin fucking
Almost threw up.
almost threw up.
That's
Shout
a
out to
DQ, man.
Jevin
Shout out to
for,
Red Lizard.
Even though he's coming off the couch and straight up admitting it before the roll. Man,
Ricky had no mercy.
Yeah, Ricky was like, "Well, I'm not coming off the couch."
Shout out to
Now-
Joe for not throwing up.
Like me, Oliver, Berto, and Ricky have been training on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Y'all coming tomorrow?
I actually might be able to make it still.
I'm
I got
working.
something I'm supposed to
I'll
do.
be there Thursday.
But we've been doing that, man, and just going like rounds basically nonstop for 6 or 7 rounds. And
Yeah, I
it's
think we
just-
got 6 rounds last time.
and it's just nonstop, just rotating through. And man, like just being a blue belt and just trying to hang with y'all, it's ridiculous. Ricky lately, man, he's a lot stronger now that he has put a little,
Dude, Ricky's
a lot of
top
weight on
pressure is
him.
fucking stupid.
I couldn't do anything. He gets like, you feel like a wet blanket.
You're locked down, dude.
Yeah.
He'll lock you down real nice.
And then Berto's just so different, he's scrambly. Like me and him will have some crazy ass scrambles, but like
Austin tried to hit me with that same sweep you tried to hit me with. And
pin sweep?
And like you're right. I get my knee out
You
somehow.
flare it out, so
Yeah,
I don't have
and
any leverage on it.
And like I did it to Austin, and I just went, I don't know how I do that.
you're the only one that stops
I was
that.
like,
Like I'm
which
hitting
one is
black
this?
belts.
It's like
the pin sweep.
It's like a De La Riva sweep, but it looks a lot like a
Oh,
scissor
yeah,
sweep.
yeah. I know what you're
It's
talking
reverse De La Riva,
Yeah.
and then when you're coming out, you change your hand grip. You put that foot on the hip, and I've done it
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you. So it's like it's a.
I know which I remember when you get a little hard on for that one for a little bit. You're trying it.
It's a
after-
part of my game now,
No, it's
man. I
good.
do it all the
No, it's
time.
No,
really
man.
good.
he
No, you're
got
really
me
good
with
at
it
it.
once, but I was like,
No,
fool
he
me once.
drilled it and he's got it good. Yeah.
Not gonna fool me twice.
Nah, you like anticipate.
Twice.
I
Shame on you.
so
Fuck, I'm going home.
I got to train with.
Times. Shame on both of us.
So I got to train with.
What was the
with,
bush?
With what's his name?
He
Ryan
fooled me
Cushing.
once.
You fooled me twice. Can't get fooled again.
Fool me again. All right?
I love that. That's like the best George Bush quote ever.
Nuclear
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
cut
it's
you
all
off.
good. No, we all went out to Gracie Baja West Chase on Sunday, and Brian Cushing. I haven't trained with him in probably 2 or 3 months. So I get out there and he's like, "Come on, I'm only doing nogi." So I'm like, "Fuck, dude." And he's gigantic, man. It's a rap song.
Shame on you.
It's a rap song. I can't remember who sampled
fucking
it.
amazing.
In Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee. That says, "Fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, we can't get fooled again."
Like he was going off speech on that
That
one.
was a Kanye song, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think it was
I
his
couldn't remember which one it was. Well, back to the story. Like Brian Cushing, still NFL linebacker, like a couple years ago. So we're
Extremely
training,
large man.
and I like tie up with him, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be good. And I try to snap him down, and he like pushes me, and I'm talking full on sacking a quarterback tackle. Like as Bice and all them, you just hear everybody go, "Oh!" Because like he took me off my feet in the air and drove me probably a good bit, and I hit the ground and broke. It was just I've never felt like strength and athleticism like that ever in my fucking life. Like there,
Yeah,
like,
you heard that, Zach?
It's a different level.
it's a whole different level. Like that dude, and then after that, he's playing guard. He's literally doing front flips and back flips and corkscrews, and jumping like 6 feet in the fucking air. I was like, what the?
Oh,
fuck
he's
is
trying to
going
pass
on?
your guard?
Yeah, So he was like jumping all over the
Was he
fucking
able
place.
to?
Berto's like, that sounded like you describing you trying to pass into other people's cars.
Yeah. I was like, that sounds like the bullshit you've been trying to pull recently.
No,
Ryan's like, I'm gonna try to pass front roll.
that's how it goes.
Sometimes you got to front roll out of shit.
Some people don't know it. I'm still trying to like perfect it because I need to find a grip that helps me stay close so I can get up on the back because I just roll out of
Bowling
it
ball.
sometimes.
Bowling
And then
ball
they try
grip.
to regard and then I knee cut and then fuck them. It works.
And go for the shocker. That's a pretty good control.
That is a good
The
one.
problem is it works probably for
Lower.
yeah, but like
Look.
if you're
Lower.
practicing that stuff when you get up in higher belts, you're not perfecting like the basic stuff that shit's not gonna work on the
60%
Man, like,
of the
the
time
thing
it
is
works
that,
every
like,
time.
I'm hitting like with in terms of fundamentals and stuff. That's like most of my game is just like scissor sweep or setting up my open guard or like half guard and stuff. And like it's all fundamental stuff.
works, man.
You know, I'm not
It
doing
works.
anything fancy. It's just everything's starting to click. Like I'm seeing like the setups and like 2 or 3 moves down the road. I'm knowing that if I'm doing this, they're gonna pull away, and then when
Yeah.
they pull away, I come up. Like all the different.
Well, you just start
stuff
realizing.
I never
start
thought of
realizing
before.
there's like finite reactions that people can do. I mean, they can't they can't do everything. You know.
I went with Arion. He's competing at the Third Coast.
Yep.
10 minutes today,
Tough,
dude.
dude.
And like,
Tough, dude.
he fucking tapped me like 7 times. I haven't been like tapped like that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Professor Carlos calls me out after that, and that's just
Nice.
fucking. He had me in
Yeah,
mount for like 4 minutes,
dude,
and then
Professor
finally I
Carlos is
catch his
tough.
belt with my foot, and I'm able to get back on. And then he pendulum sweeps me into an
Yeah.
armbar. It was whatever.
Dude, he's
Fuck it.
he's technical. He's a
Big.
big guy. He's got a good game, man. Professor Carlos is
Professor
a
Brandon was
beast.
talking about it today. It's like, man, you don't need to make up new shit to be good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like these techniques are out there and they're well known because they work. Mm-hmm. So it's just about refining your technique. He brought up a point of like NASCAR, right? Like they're all driving the same car reasonably, right? They have to be within specs.
Same spec,
They're
yeah.
going down the same track. They're all going the same direction, right? If technique didn't matter, then like they would just finish in the order they started in, right? Or something to that effect. But there's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of skill and technique that we don't see. Like we just see
strategy
dudes.
and pitting.
Yeah, we
When
just
they pit.
we just see dudes driving in a circle. And that's it. But there's a lot of fucking technique in there, and they've just spent time in those positions. Same with jiu-jitsu. You have to give it time. You have to really know the position, feel comfortable there, and then know all the ins and outs. Know how they're going to attack, how they're going to defend.
Well, if you start learning the basic forms of the techniques, then you can start working on the variations, and that's what kind of opens
Well,
up
the
trickiness
concept,
of it
like,
too,
like the
you know?
concepts, like when I'm looking at jujitsu, I like to look at it from like, okay, well, you're in side control. Well, the concept is our elbows in and this, and these attacks work here off this. Like, I like to look at it like that because Kit Dell put out a DVD about how he got his black belt in like 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And it's is all based around concepts, not just going and drilling the same move over repetitively.
Yeah.
Like doing actual live drilling or like situational where like you're starting from reverse De La Hiva with a grip on the far side lapel, go from there and actually test your moves and feel them in a real situation.
Yeah, well, concepts are good too because then you can apply them to like both top and bottom offense and defense. Because if you know what to do when you're trying to pass, you know what to look for when someone's trying to pass. You know, so it like you said, conceptually, looking at it from that perspective, it gives you the dynamic to use it in both aspects. Like you said, if you drill, I mean, you're basically okay. This is how I drill to pass this. You're not drilling. This is how I stop this pass. You know.
Well, you know, like Keenan told us something when we were out there. He was like, okay, well, people are drilling to pass, right? They're drilling to pass your guard. You are already mentally allowing somebody to pass your guard as you're repetitively drilling with them.
Absolutely.
So it gets it in your head already that you're, okay, I'm just going to surrender something. Or, I mean, even subconsciously.
Don't
You know,
drill with
so
someone
it's-
passing your guard.
So you're basically drilling somebody passing your guard
Yeah.
over and over again.
It's like sometimes whenever help out with the fundamentals class and everything, and we do the basic armbar from guard when they step up with the wrong foot, step up, they turn, just do the basic armbar. Well, after that, you get into situational training, and you'll just do the basic stand up, and you're like, oh shit, I've been stepping up with that wrong foot for the past like 10 minutes. You have to almost adjust your head sometimes.
Yeah, you know
I
what's
don't know, that
funny?
doesn't happen to me.
Well, no, not you. Of course, not you.
No.
I mean, every
Technically sound. No, but like there's like this like new thing going on, like with Nicky Rodriguez, the blue belt that won that did the ADCC stuff. Well, like there's these things where coaches are trying to like hack super athletes, where they're teaching them, a couple of things here and there, and then like teaching them how to get to the back really quickly, or teaching them how to, transition to these really dominant positions, and where they might be pretty linear in other places, they're pretty one dimensional.
Yeah.
So
But this also has to do with like the people that they're training with. right? So if you're a super athlete, it's not going to take you that long to figure out how to like survive
And hold somebody
right?
down or escape.
or to just not get tapped and not get pinned down, right? So that's what they're looking at first, right? Defending and not letting somebody hold you in a stable position. And man, they pick up shit really quickly because you are like a very good athlete. Your body's used to different body mechanics and techniques, and you're training with some of the best in the world. So naturally, like just to stay in that mat, like you have to be good.
Yeah, you
know?
got to be tough.
And so if you already have athleticism on top of that, you know what? Getting fucked up by some tough ass black belts is going to make you really, really good. You know? And that's the thing, man, is that a lot of people don't want to go through that grind, man. Like I'm sure these guys like Nicky Rod and you know other people that come up like this, you know, Orlando Sanchez, guys that came up and like, you know, ranked up really quickly and are extremely athletic. Like they had to pay their dues, man. I'm pretty sure they went through a solid like few months, maybe a year, where they were giving people a hard time, but they were consistently getting choked or.
Well, like Nicky
passed
Rod was like
or-
Gordon's main training partner
taught,
leading
yeah.
up to ADCC. So Nicky trained with Gordon nonstop, the best in the world in no-gi. So he got that kind. I mean, that's like direct from the source, like as concentrated technique as it can
and
get.
that gives you
and John Donaher there too. So it's like
that gives you like a mental.
place to
It gives you a good mental edge too. Cause like if I'm ever in a tournament and I'm trying to pass somebody's guard, I know this motherfucker does not have the guard Lucas does, and I go with Lucas every single day. So like I'm just like I'm gonna pass his guard. There's nothing in my mind telling me that I'm not going to, because I have one of the best guard players at my school, and he's my great friend, and I train with him all the time. So like, it gives you confidence. So he's going in there being like, I'm fucking strong, fast, athletic, and I train with one of the best in the world. So like, he goes in there no fear. You know,
I mean, that's
he's got
a lot
nothing to
of
lose.
That's a lot of confidence. I mean, we're learning guard, you know, advanced guard techniques from literally, like you said, the best guard player in the world, in my opinion. Like, I don't think there's guys like Canuto and all these like fancy guard players that couldn't do shit. They just stood there, hopped around, and just got frustrated.
Absolutely.
And you know, Lucas, I'm telling you right now, he'll probably take first. He definitely will be a world champ this year in the gi.
Oh yeah,
I think come June.
He's definitely right there.
Lucas Lepre is 1. He's 2. I think he's going to be able to finally solve that riddle eventually, because it was such an even match, him and Lucas, that it was hard. The only reason Lepre got it is because he was Lucas Lepre.
It came down to decision,
and he was more on top. So, but Lucas did more to attack and to try to, you know, influence the fight.
Lucas Vilinch is an amazing. I mean, he's an amazing fighter. You know, like Professor Bird was saying, we have the opportunity to train with him daily, and just seeing him on the mats, it's amazing what he can do. You know, I mean, I remember when he came over here from BH a few years. I say a few years.
Purple.
Man. Yeah, he came over here purple. I say a few years ago, man. It was I guess about 4 years ago now.
You got what?
About 4 years he's been here. 5 years, 4 years.
It's
I
been
don't
a
know,
while.
something like that.
Well, because when he first came, he stayed for some time, then he
Yeah,
went back to
for a little
Brazil
bit.
because of different, you know, the visa stuff
all
and
that fun
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah, all that
Yeah,
super fun stuff.
fucking walls and immigration and all that fucking shit.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, those guys,
He's
man,
crazy, man.
Yeah, they're amazing, man, and it's just we get to learn from that every day. And then Professor Drac is, you'll ask anybody like around the game, you say his name, they're like, he's one of the best coaches of all time. Not just, you know,
But like every school has this. You have guys that are really good at certain things. You know, maybe they don't have a complete game. So like challenge yourself. Go to their strength. Like, for example, one of our podcasters, Professor Isai, he's got incredible Uchimata, really, really good takedowns. So I try to
Margarita.
So I try to take him down. Most of the time, he takes me down. But you know what? I've gotten him down before. So
you got to go to it.
that so like that helps you. You should, and this is just good advice for anybody out there. If you have somebody in your school that's particularly good at something, don't run from that position
Run
where they're
to
good
them.
at. Yeah, run to that position, because even if you get
Or just
fucked
be
up,
prepared for it. That's the
yeah,
thing.
even
know
if
it's
you
gonna happen.
don't be mad because they got you in their best thing, right?
Yeah.
One, because that's gonna happen, and like use it to help you get better.
Yeah, but but you know, on the flip side, don't. You know, if you know someone's good at De La Hiva, don't stand up and put your foot down and let them get it. You know, try to avoid it, and then if they get it,
so you can
adjust
look at
for it,
you can look
know?
at that two different ways, right? You can look at that as like, okay, I'm gonna do a live round. I'm gonna try to stay out of their their strength
Yeah.
to impose my game.
Or just say you're trying to pass the best De La Riva player's guard in the game.
Or you could do what you said. I'll give them that leg because I know they're that good. So I know that if I pass, that means I'm doing really well.
Yeah.
So I've always looked at training in that fashion.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, doing
Right?
the same thing.
Like,
There's definitely multiple angles to approach it.
Because there's like micro goals. Like, I'm going against somebody that has
yeah.
incredible guard. If I can just even get them to force half guard or something like that, that's a small win, Like, you
Yeah.
got to look at it in those factors. You can't just be like, oh, well, I got submitted. Well, before you got submitted, you passed his guard, you
Yeah.
took his back, you got reversed, and then you got
You got to
submitted.
recognize your milestones.
yeah,
as
it's
they're-
a
as
we
they're
we
there.
we like to say this to the new students too. You gotta really focus on the small victories, right? Like last week, every time you train with this particular guy, he smoked you, right? Tapped you 10 times. Guess what? This week, he only tapped you 5.
a
Right?
big win,
That's
yeah.
a big win. That's a huge win, right? But people don't see that.
If you got
and you
tapped
have
in, like, a minute and you lasted 4.
Yeah, that's a win,
That's survival,
right?
man.
Especially
Absolutely.
early
Milestones,
on.
man.
Especially early on, you have to like it's not like a consolation prize. It really is. You are getting better. It's just hard to see.
If you don't get discouraged with jiu-jitsu, you don't care about it enough to probably last to become a black belt. You're always going to get discouraged.
Man, yeah,
There's
and
always
like-
going to be a discourring time in your
An
jiu-jitsu.
injury, or I mean,
not
just
one,
and
like,
I've been through this through every belt, every single belt, and like I'm sure I'm gonna hit a rut here because I'm gonna be a black belt for a long ass time. But like blue, purple, brown, I hit a
30
spot.
years, is
Yeah,
it?
30 something
30
years.
something years
Yeah,
until you get your next
hopefully,
belt, buddy.
hopefully, I'll make it to that next belt.
That's assuming you get those dots in.
Yeah, gotta get them
Gotta
dots.
get the dads. Yeah, sorry. So 30 years. Yeah.
30 years.
No,
Yeah, but
there's
blue,
something.
purple, brown, man, I went through these ruts. And another thing you got to think about is that everybody in that academy, whether we're all training at the same time, like we're not all living the same life.
Absolutely.
No,
Right?
different
so,
goals. Big
yeah,
time.
so like, Oliver's a family guy, right? Like you have a new family and you're starting business and you have other things working. So like things can get in the way, right? So maybe Oliver's coming from a really, really difficult day and I'm coming in really, really fresh. Like I didn't train for the last 4 days. I'm feeling really good. Like maybe I catch him on a bad day. That doesn't mean I'm better than him. It just means he's going through something maybe he catches me on a day when I'm really fucking sore, right? Or I just got done doing a tournament. I came into class the next day, like, and I'm really tired still, but I wanted to train. Like you can't really just look at it as wins and losses, especially in training, because it's not about wins and losses. It's about getting better.
And it used to be like that when we're still relatively new, me and Zach are, but I mean, when it started, it was like, oh man, when I started to see
Tapped this brown belt today.
yeah, like it was like one of those, like, man, I can't believe I did that, but now it's like developed to the point, it's like, I look at it now as like my submission rate. I don't know who I'm submitting. It's like if I'm getting more submissions in training, I'm measuring it that I'm progressing or I'm doing something right and I need to continue to work on that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I keep it. I don't get too taking notes and all that stuff because I kind of just go at it. But I know if something's working, if I'm working a lot of open guard and I'm working sweeps and I'm sweeping everybody, obviously keep working at it and try and do variations off it. But
Yeah.
I think it's individual to each person.
Well, you'll see progression, but also like everybody at the school is training, so everybody's getting better at the same time. Possibly, not at the same rate, but everybody's getting better. And like, if you get, say you're a guy who's good at half guard, and whatever you do, you get to half guard, you have your go-to sweeps. People are eventually going to learn your game anyway, so you're going to have those points that aren't necessarily low points, but they're high points for your opponent because they're learning too. They're like, hey, I know this guy. I've trained with him. He's got me with this 99 times out of 100. He's not going to give me these next 3 times, and you don't because he's recognized this and he's progressing. But that's good because that makes you progress your game too. Gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, when I started doing the wrestling class, I was getting everybody with double legs nonstop, and that was all I had really in that. So it was like eventually people are getting to where they were like they could defend them better or hold it off, or my setups weren't working. So I started to have to start to incorporate other stuff, foot sweeps, start doing more like trying to get singles or just doing more scrambly stuff because I had to
Fake
be.
shots and
I was too
stuff.
predictable. People knew I was going to come out, push them, and try and shoot on them. And it got to the like Zach. He was doing something the other day. What was that off that that transition you were doing up to the single, the sit through or whatever it was?
Oh yeah, it was if you get me in a front headlock sitting through to the
sit through. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Like-
It was
like
nice.
Like the sit out whenever they're holding your body.
That was
no,
like
no,
the
no,
front
you get me
headlock.
in front, like you go for that front headlock. I'm gonna duck under the outside and then go for your leg. Like I was,
Oh, okay.
No, it was pretty sweet, and it was drillable too. Like you could get repetition on it. It was that kind of a But it's like those kind of things. Like with wrestling, it's more, distractions. The setups are the same as like with jiu-jitsu. You have to set up your movement. So you have to
you can't
get
just
'em-
blind shoot.
you have to get them to move, or you got to like shoot, palm in their heads, get them off tempo, and then shoot like when they're coming forward, like watch their feet, how they're moving, reacting, and go off that. But I mean, with wrestling, that's I think is the best thing you can pair with jiu-jitsu and to get better. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you've done that wrestling class,
I think
I'm
Krav
sure,
Maga
plenty of
works well
times.
with jiu-jitsu.
Man, I missed that fucking wrestling class. That's the class I probably missed the most from before I was an employee, is that wrestling class. Because if you can hold the center, man, that's like 30 minutes of wrestling. If you can actually hold it,
It's a tough class.
it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just getting bigger. I think there's almost 20 people last week, huh? Yeah. So Professor Brandon, he's an incredible coach. So it's with, all of us, everybody that you've seen there. There's guys in there that come in there like 3-stripe white belts that look kind of, goofy. And next thing you know, 6 months later, these guys are kind
Fucking it
of
up,
jacked
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
They're fucking like philosopher.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck,
Philosopher.
man. Dude, getting in people's asses, dude, on the mats.
When are you going to get him on a card?
I don't know. Well, maybe we can do like a Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone like special edition.
That'd be
What do you
pretty
call
sweet.
it? What about your kids' one? You got that thing coming up?
Yeah, we
huh?
got that
That's
coming
right,
up January 19th. I'm having some issues because, like, honestly, I love kids, but I didn't pay much attention to it. So I've been talking to Mona Bailey. Her dad is like kind of like the Don of
Kind of
kids
in,
jiu-jitsu.
kind of in the scene for sure.
So he wants to link up on it, and we have a phone call scheduled here soon to kind of go over everything.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to bring somebody in to help me with the matchmaking on the kids side to make sure it's because I mean we're just going to do weight classes IBJJF kid style.
Okay.
And just do it that way. I mean,
Heel hook's
IBJJF
legal,
is the
obviously.
standard. Yeah, heel hooks are actually encouraged. so.
Yeah.
But
It's the only submission allowed, actually.
but with the kids matches, what are kids
That's the one
matches
that's gonna get you a
technically?
bonus.
Like 3 minutes or 4 minutes?
Depends on the age. Yeah, it's 3 or 4.
So maybe-
I would do.
I would do 5, right?
I would do
Still
5
fine.
for the
Still
ones
fine,
that are like teenage, closer to. Yeah.
5 minute easy on the teenagers.
Yeah, so we're working through that right now. I mean, we've been kind of distracted dealing with some other stuff, but we've gotten basically all of our.
I have a couple teenagers that were asking about it. I mentioned it today in my class. And
I was telling Professor, I was like,
Couple
y'all,
of
if
them
y'all
asked
could
about
like
it.
cultivate your like GB elite like comp team, man, y'all could like. I mean, y'all.
and to me, it's about who wants to do it. I'm not going to force anybody to do it. But,
I don't think. Yeah.
No fucking force them.
But yeah, the kids thing is going to be neat, man. I think we're going to give them the kids the whole experience, like the qualifiers.
do we
event.
tell them to just contact
Yeah.
you through, or
Well, tell them to go to the website.
to the
Tell them to go to the website.
put
and
application.
yeah, apply there.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's the next step. Kids are the lifeblood of any martial arts academy, right? Most kids, and then kids are the lifeblood of like any sport. They're playing, t-ball when they're 4 years old. So kids coming up are the future of the sport. So if we're neglecting them,
Yeah.
that's a huge fan base that we're.
Well, the cool thing about jiu-jitsu is that the kids can fight hard. They can go as hard as they want to, and they're not going to get hurt, right? If you're dealing
their
with like
bones are fucking
if you're
rubber.
if you're dealing with like boxing or kickboxing or
Yeah.
like you have to deal with headgear and gloves, and you have to get medical doctors to look it up, and all this. You have to dangers of concussion. I mean, there's dangers of concussion in jiu-jitsu, but it's more accidental. Like
Well, I don't think we're gonna allow slams
yeah,
for the kids.
yeah. So it's like
We may. It's still under discussion. I'm just kidding. Be like a South Park episode.
We could.
but yeah, dude. I think it's gonna be real
Getting some
interesting.
feedback there, buddy. Oh,
But yeah, the
damn
kids
it,
thing,
Ryan.
man. I'm sorry, dude. But motherfucker.
that's why you only get invited once a month.
Hey, whatever. That's all I can handle these days.
No, I don't blame you.
I'm so tired of talking.
Dude, we all get sick of.
Do you get
Berto.
tired of talking?
I hate it. I'm so tired of talking.
Bro, I would have never guessed.
No, my wife
only
is
see him
like, my
once a
wife's like, why aren't you saying anything? I'm just sitting there, just kind of like in a daze, listening to ocean waves on my Google Home, just trying to like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Serenity,
actually,
man.
happy Veterans Day, you two guys.
thanks, buddy.
Thank you for your service, man.
That's true.
Thank you for thanking us for our
appreciate you.
service.
Happy Veterans Day to you two, and happy Veterans
Yeah,
Day
you
to all
post-
of our
I
listeners.
get more like thank you for your services on Memorial Day than Veterans Day.
Really?
Really?
Dumb.
All the
I-
time.
They're
People
like,
think
hey,
it's this
you're like,
fucking-
you're like, hold on, I'm here.
Yeah, like I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for your Memorial Day. Like,
So anybody out there, if you don't know the difference, Veterans Day is to celebrate those who have served.
Memorial.
Which is not just veterans that have served foreign wars, but any veterans that have signed.
If you enlisted,
If you have raised your right hand, sworn the oath, you are a veteran.
You're a veteran.
Even if you got kicked out for coke or something, like, we'll still call you one.
or Diet Coke.
Memorial Day is for those that have sacrificed their lives.
The fallen.
Pay the ultimate sacrifice.
So don't thank me for my service on Memorial Day.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Just save it. Just go.
Yeah.
Whatever. But no, Veterans Day, man. It's been 15 years since I was in Iraq, And that's why it's been kind of weird. You know, I've been looking at like old pictures and like
Yeah, Facebook's good at that, man.
yeah, and like the guy that I posted that little news clipping thing today.
Yeah, you like saved a guy? You CPR'd him?
Well, he's on my Facebook, so he's like he messaged me. He was like, "Man, it was such a crazy time. We were reminiscing over." I mean, because it was crazy. An American citizen shot 6 times right there. We're having to load him. I'm having to like bare hands. We didn't even have a combat lifesaver bag, so I'm using my bare hands basically. And these gaping.
Why don't you use your actual hands?
Like my bare hands.
B-A-
I didn't have any gloves, so it was like
B-A-R-E.
I thought you put on like
It was
bear
crazy.
claws.
No, different,
Bear
different,
claws.
different spelling.
I put actually
Like
Hulk,
donuts?
Hulk hands on and was trying to save him.
So he chopped off the hands of a bear.
Just stuck him in. My
Well,
bloody
it says
bare hands.
motherfucker. No, I'm just but it was just
so you didn't do that.
no.
Oh.
No, but it's that country dude was crazy. Zach was more of a you know in that mix, being infantry and everything, but he was my end, it was just like, hey, get on a gun truck and drive around the desert and shoot at something that, if you get
Yeah,
scared.
so he mentioned this before. You were like kicking doors in?
So I was an officer.
He was telling people to kick doors in.
You're telling people to kick doors
I was
in.
a platoon leader, so more like I'm not the one kicking the door.
You're like,
You're,
hey.
you're going in after the door's been kicked.
Yeah.
He's like, you
no, he's
guys
in the
call me on the
Humvee.
radio once you kick in that door.
He's like, and go. We good? Here I
He's,
come.
he's at the Italian PX drinking the
I
Jack
can't, I
Daniels.
can't be the guy the first through the door, Like,
yeah, you're the officer.
Let's take our command, staff out. But no, like it was just like him being an officer, me being enlisted. It's a different experience. But
Yeah.
he was entrenched with some of the the guys doing some of the gnarliest shit out there.
So whenever you get to basically choose what branch you want to go into coming out of West Point, but it's based off of like the number of slots. So the Army will say, well, we need 100 lieutenants coming from West Point to go to infantry. So there's 100 slots.
Mm-hmm.
And so they basically take your GPA. Top person in the class gets his first choice, right? And then that's one less slot for infantry or whatever he chose. Helicopters, tanks, corps, signal corps. There's a bunch of different branches.
Shit.
So you're not guaranteed to get what you want. You put a list of like top thing to least likely thing. The guy that gets in last pick, like the lowest person in the class, is probably not going to get their first choice. But
Probably
so the West Point commitment's
I like
5
that you
years.
said lowest and not dumbest. That's very nice of you.
So
It's politically correct.
because they're not always the dumbest. Sometimes you're just not the best at studying.
They're not the best testers.
To pass by like the skin of your teeth takes some skill. To actually come in the very last and not be the one that there was one behind him.
There might be
that didn't
strategy
make it.
there.
Ah, I got you.
Because the person that graduates last, everybody in the class gives him $1. So whenever he's getting his diploma, he gets a standing ovation. He's carrying a bag full of $1,000 in cash.
That's awesome.
It's called the GOAT.
Dude,
I like
that's
it.
amazing.
So
I
it's
like
some,
it.
some
That's a
guys
goal.
like kind of throw some of the finals at the end because
They try to get that.
They've calculated that if they get this score, they'll still make a deal.
That's super risky, bro.
Damn.
That's super risky.
All for $1,000.
And then
man.
the Army will
But-
just stick you in barracks and make you sit there for months while they recycle
But,
you.
so I went infantry, and my thoughts were
Wait, was that your choice? What number
my first
choice?
choice.
That was your first choice?
Yeah.
You wanted to be an infantry officer.
because I wanted to be with the guys that were the killers.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be the guys that
The
were
liberators.
well.
They
no,
liberate you of life.
the
guys-
the unoppressors.
guys that their expertise was to fight.
And murder.
While you have other people
Commit death.
whose
Commit
their
death.
primary job is not to fight; it's to do something else. But when asked to fight, now it's their secondary duty, which you're never as good at. Your secondary duty.
No, he is.
I see what you're saying now. That
No, he's
that
100%
makes sense,
correct because
yeah.
like
And there's no behind enemy lines, so everyone was in the fight.
it's like asymmetrical.
So
It's
who do you
everywhere.
want to
Yeah.
be with? Want to be with the people that fight.
Yeah, well, I want to be the ones who are more guaranteed to survive.
Dude, like he's talking
like
about
that.
like
That's good,
like I
dude.
was in more of like a operations support role,
Yeah.
and then we get there and it's like shit's going fucking crazy in 2003. Like Russian T-72 tanks like pew, 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 running across the desert and shit. You're like, what?
dude.
Where did that fucking come from? And then our supply chain goes down and we're slaughtering goats and stuff. I mean, goat is really good, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
they just would get. I mean, dude, I was like 18 years old. I was like, what in the fuck did I get myself into?
You fucking you had to gut a goat?
Oh man, like I didn't do it. We had interpreters
But
to do that
to
shit.
be an officer, you have to
Got a goat.
Go to
you have
goat.
to have a
Go to
degree.
goat.
Gotta go.
So your officers are going to at least be like 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was 25 by the time I got to my first unit. So I was a platoon leader, and as soon as I get to my unit, they're like, oh, your unit's already deployed. So I had to fly, go to Kuwait, do all my training, then go to Iraq, and then do some training there. And then I finally got my platoon. And it just so happened the guy that I was replacing, he was getting kind of kicked out of the platoon.
Oh,
so
shit.
It would just open up where I could come right in.
Why was he getting kicked out?
He just did some defiant shit. And
He basically looked at his commanding officer and said,
I knew him before.
girlfriend.
He went to Virginia Tech and he went to West Point for summer training. Sometimes like some other corps, like Texas A&M guys or...
Is that Coach Ricky?
Oh, it is. Coach.
Fun. Let's pull
Coach
it
Ricky
up.
checking in.
What's up, man?
What are you doing, Ricky?
I'm on the bike.
You're on the bike?
On the assault bike?
Yeah?
How are you dressed like it's sunny in Philadelphia at the gym?
Damn, bro.
I smell the fucking patchouli from here, pal. I don't know what you got.
What
going on
episode
over
are you filming? The gang loses weight? What are you doing, champ? No, you look good, though. How
You're
many
looking good, man.
How many layers are you wearing?
Are you on the assault bike?
Just 2?
Yeah, he's on the assault bike. Let's look at the screen.
Are you playing video games while you? Let's look at your.
Let's look at the workout
assault bike.
screen. What that be saying? Oh shit, we can't see shit.
You
Oh, you've only been on there for a minute.
You couldn't power a light bulb with that, you bum.
Bro.
I said I'd call you when I got here.
He's burned 5 calories.
Damn, son. You know he's leaving as soon as he hangs up this phone.
Yeah, he's hanging
He's
up.
like, he's like, I got video.
I got
It's on an. It's
He's
on
like,
an
"Baby, I'm
internationally syndicated podcast.
He's like, baby, I'm getting Baskin Robbins. I'm on the way.
He's like, people in Germany gonna see me sweat.
That assault bike is a
syndicated.
fucking killer. Bro.
Dude.
I'm gonna call you later.
All right, later.
All right, I'm going to head out.
You know,
Leave, Ricky.
one thing I don't like about the assault bike is it blows a bunch of fucking air in your face.
No. So
I don't like that.
So I have the Rogue, and they have an attachment. It's
That
like
can
a
cover?
Attachment that
Oh,
covers
good.
right there.
I don't like that shit.
Air blows in
I don't fucking like it. And you know what? Like, I noticed like a lot of other cardio machines will have like a fan built in to blow air in your face. I don't
either.
fucking like
That's
that
why I got
shit.
the attachment that
Like one,
It's like,
one
I don't need no comfort,
like
motherfucker.
I like to feel the sweat. Like it makes me feel like I'm working hard, right? But 2, that shit makes my face cold as fuck.
Yeah.
I just feel cold.
It's louder too. All of a sudden you can't hear anything.
Yeah, and I don't want to be working out and feeling cold at the same time. Like fuck all of that.
It's kind of the complete opposite of that shit, right?
Yeah, I want to be hot as fuck.
Yeah, that's cover. The Rogue Echo is better than the assault bike. It's like the Rogue Fitness. They basically took all the best parts of the assault bike and just added a bunch of cool, other more cool shit on
More
it.
cool shit. Man, they have the skier machines there. Those things are fucking
Concept
killer, dude.
Yeah, because you're not used to
Cardio and
using your lats like that. Like using your lats for cardio, like that's.
man,
It's hard
Cassidy.
enough with your legs, which is the biggest muscle in your body. So if you're exerting you're getting your cardio from your lats compared to your legs, which you usually get cardio from your legs.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you also have to squat, so you have to like dead hang, so you can pull them
It's a full
down.
body,
And dude, Cassidy had me doing jumping ones, like jump up and like slam, dude. I was clearing like this much off of the floor towards the end.
Right,
I was
you
not
doing that
jumping.
yet? You
What?
doing Cassidy's program?
Nah, man. Like,
You gotta
no,
go sign up, bro.
No, she's invited us over, man. It's just there's been too much going on for me to get over there and just to work out. But I've been trying to get it in where I can. I've been training with these guys, and then
Shout out Sanctuary Gym, Friendswood. Go check them out.
I got friends with gyms. I got my boy Billy with the Iron Den. I got Cassidy with the Sanctuary. I'm Switzerland. I just want to train wherever's good, but there is
Pre-owned.
so I'm not
Just
crazy.
wants to roll.
I just want to roll,
Let
bro.
me bang, bro.
Just let
I
me
just wanna
bang,
bro.
Let
I
me
don't
bang.
want to warm up. I want to roll.
Straight up. No, that guy, dude, that one student, Mr. Kilo himself in the morning class, he'll come in he'll come in after the warm up's done, probably well into the first technique.
Oh, quah.
Yeah, no, not Qual, but the guy that likes to punch drywall and drink monsters.
I'm assuming his name's Kyle.
Yeah. So I don't. You said you don't want to give students names on air, but no, he was.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely
didn't do that.
didn't point in that direction.
No, but with him though, it's crazy. Like come in after all that, sit there, start drilling. He's like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom, and he goes and takes a dump, and then he comes back. I'm like, holy fuck, what a routine! It's like every time.
Nah, but like, you know what? The guy you're talking about, like,
And he's good though.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
he's
say his
good at
name.
jujitsu.
no, but he's told me that he's like, yeah, man, I think I just got a small bladder or something because like it's been consistent. It's not
Yeah.
like it isn't like, oh, he got he got training for a little while and then feels comfortable and like, oh, comes in late. No, from day one, he's been like, I got to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
And he just goes and blow it up.
I think he's peeing, bro. I think he just goes and
Shitting.
pees a lot.
Shitting.
I don't
You
know.
know what? Shout out
That's
to
a lot of peeing, dude.
Shout
Why
out
don't
to
you just
Kyle
hold
for
it?
being regular, bro.
Yeah, stay regular.
Heck to
Oliver,
yeah.
Oliver's very
You know
jealous.
That's right, bro.
There's gotta
Crone,
be a guy
one of my
that's actual
cronies.
name is Kyle. That's always like the motherfucker's always talking about.
Yeah, God,
I
man.
didn't hit no drywall.
How do they know about my butt? Fuck.
So
Shout out
we
to you, Buck Kyle.
so we had some changes on the for December.
We did, man. A new announcement that came out today.
Yeah, we've got Herber Santos stepping in versus Gordon Ryan. That's like the biggest grudge match in grappling right now. I mean, Felipe Pena and Gordon has that friendly shit talk back and forth. But this is like, dude, our Instagram blew up with so much Portuguese and Brazilian followers. I was so mad I couldn't read their fucking comments. Like they were just
Google
talking
couldn't
shit,
translate it enough.
talking shit in the Third Coast IG chat there. I'm just like,
That's
whatever.
good though,
I
man.
just want to KKK with my Brazilian friends. I just don't know what they're saying.
No, don't you probably maybe.
I don't know what they're saying.
Wait,
See what it is.
Is he the guy that like faked the leg
knee
thing?
and, like, Felipe
That he was
kicked
like,
him in the head?
He was like, oh, my knee, and then like something happened, and he stood up and
Hey,
ran
will you-
to go.
can you
fucking,
pull that video
Yeah,
up?
please pull that video up, Zach.
Herber Santos, BJJ Stars.
Yeah, dude. Like all I remember seeing, who was he fighting?
He was
in that
fighting
match?
Felipe.
He was fighting Felipe.
Yeah.
So
Felipe kicked him in the face flying off the stage.
So like
Homelo was there,
No,
they
but
were all
like
there.
he
Oh,
held
man,
his
this is gonna be
knee,
a nice
right?
night.
He
Yeah.
held his knee and was like, oh,
They got
whatever.
injured.
And then what made him run off of the stage?
Because he said that
talked
people were
shit
talking
about
shit about his mom and shit, calling his mom a whore and all this, and he finally like.
Wait, no, that's an airplane.
That's an airplane.
And then
That's an
Felipe
airplane.
jumps off and like fuck.
That
you'll
is a
see it.
scarecrow.
No, Felipe walked off.
I thought he was the one that scissors kicked him or something. in the
No,
head.
I don't think Felipe kicked him.
We'll see.
I will squeeze him in 5 minutes. I mean, not feel you, bro.
Is there no volume? Okay.
Then came
There
the
it is.
sweep and the
That's on
injury.
YouTube,
So
so-
here's the sweep.
It's just music. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube once we post this.
What?
Yeah.
What? Like his
yeah.
knee got a little like that was a little weird. But he's like, oh, my knee.
He's like, bro, tuck your gi in. He's like, don't you tell me to
Tie
tuck
your
my
belt,
gi in.
motherfucker, is what he's saying.
No, right there. He's like, what'd you say about my mama?
He's like, "Shaka-ta-ta-ta." Was that a chick that fell? Who fell?
Dude,
Yeah.
look at-
Oh, dude, he
Oh,
fucking bump rushed
man.
the chick.
Look at this shit.
Did she break fall?
Oh, that's Servio right there.
Yeah, Servio.
Holy shit.
God damn it.
Servio
So,
will be there too.
This motherfucker's
Fuck.
going to be fighting.
Yeah.
So this is.
You said I'm on the main card? I'm fighting before
Yeah.
this fight, though, right?
Yeah,
Because I
you're
want
fi-
to.
You're on the well. It's the
This
main
is the
event.
main
Dick.
event, bro.
You're not-
Okay,
it's not
good.
Berto Jacob Alfin main event.
See,
I don't
look,
calm
there's-
down,
there's Pena
Berto.
going one.
I didn't know what the main
There's
event
Servio.
was.
Fuck. And then,
Servio
see,
just ran
I
at
just
him.
told you, Felipe kicked him in the face. It's what just happened.
Yeah.
No, he just like jumped
No,
off.
he literally
I think.
kicked him in the face. Look,
Dude,
no,
he
no,
like
Bring that
slid
back.
into third.
Bring that back.
right there. Now watch.
There's Felipe.
Boom.
He didn't kick him.
He fucking
He just jumped
stepped
off
on
the
his
stage.
face.
He just jumped on. He didn't kick him. He just punched him in the face with
He
his
just
foot.
he just landed.
Yeah, he didn't even get. He didn't
Bro.
Look, I just saw
No, he
it.
really
Look
didn't
at-
step
watch
on
his
him.
feet.
Look,
Watch his feet.
look. Where does he kick him in the
I guess
face?
he was trying to
He
go and he just
moves
got
the
bumped.
He
leg.
just moves his legs out of the way. Yeah.
Like he got pushed. It looked like he was about to, but
He didn't.
Anyway, so yeah,
And then they watch. They pull him away.
that's gonna be an amazing. I'm very excited
well,
to see what
well, I
happens.
said when the Hidalgo thing didn't work out, a lot of people are like, "Oh, what happened?" Look, we were making deals with these guys when we thought we were going to be on pay-per-view, and they had pay-per-view points in them. They had all this shit in them, and so it came down to like we signed our new deal with Flow Grappling, all that stuff, and me and Zach put a lot of effort into finding a way to make this sustainable because grappling, as we're finding out, it's very hard to make fucking money in.
It
So we're having to do a lot of different things to try to to make that happen. I think we've got a good model. We're basically going to copy Seth or whoever else who's making good money and try and do it ourselves and just put better matches on. I was joking about copying Seth, by the way. We all do in some way or shape, but
Shout out to Seth.
but yeah, it's going to be good, man. We got to restructure our cards, but those deals were made when things were a lot different. It's a
I try to
different
copy
climate.
Seth every time I try to Kosoto somebody.
Yeah.
I want to just hit that top of the head Kosoto like that. Just bow.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good at that shit.
He's real good.
So we
He
got
had a
out.
judo background, right?
He was like, yeah. He said that he was the only guy in like Katie history. He won the wrestling championship, but he used all judo moves.
Oh
He
yeah.
didn't even use wrestling moves in the wrestling championship.
Fuck, did it work? That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
But we're going down that road, and things are looking good. We've got a lot of stuff going on with different agencies and stuff that work for casinos. We're trying to get in there, and we're just looking at really expanding next year slowly. We're going to like 12 or 13 shows between the qualifiers, the kids events, the South by Submission series, and the numbered events. So we're looking at March at the Gold Nugget in Lake Charles. May 23rd is the Bomb Factory in Dallas.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back to Houston probably in June or July.
So it looks like for the future, and I guess the future game plan for Third Coast is you guys are obviously venturing outside of Houston within Texas, and it looks like you're moving a little bit outside the state.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, we're going to go down to Lake Charles.
You're looking national level in the future?
Yeah, I mean
coast to coast, north, south, east, west?
Well, like the agent I'm working with that does all the casino stuff, I mean, he does them all, Harrah's, I mean, all the big ones along the Third Coast, as you're saying. So we're trying to get something hooked up to where we can potentially.
Speaking of Harris, so do you know in Louisiana, basically, unless it's on an Indian reservation, the casino has to be on the water.
Yeah.
Right.
The boats.
So, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the
That's why
boats.
they have river boats and even like La Berge that's
like Isla
basically
Capri and
over.
Yeah, Isla
the
Capri
line
up in
of the
there.
river where the river's supposed to be. So explain, and I know the answer to this, but can anybody explain why there's a Harris in New Orleans? A Harris casino, not on the water, that you can gamble at in New Orleans.
Because
Well,
below sea level.
No.
I don't know. It was my
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Is it
That's a
because-
solid
That's a
guess.
good guess.
Is it because after a heavy rain, they're technically above water?
Nope.
Are they on the river?
Nope.
Uh,
I mean, it is
Bayou?
close to the river, but it is not close enough to be considered on the
So
river.
I'm
at all.
guessing like a whole tribe of Arapaho Indians were slayed right there, and they just built it there.
No.
I don't know.
There is a law, Louisiana law, that there can be one operating casino in New Orleans.
Damn.
just one.
How gangster is Harris?
To be
They're like, we'll be
damn.
that
How much
one.
money did they pay to be like,
Fuck.
listen,
We'll be that one
I
casino.
need you to make a law that only one casino can be operated
That's
in New
crazy.
Orleans.
Shout out lobbyists.
Shout out.
Right.
Shout out to lobbyists.
Shout out the
Harris
mafia.
lobbyist.
But man, like that's the money. Like the guy's talking to me crazy. Like, man, that's cool. You want to do tickets, but we can probably just do a buyout, pay y'all 60, 70, or give you a $60,000 or $70,000 check, and y'all go. And dude, that would me and Zach would jump for joy for that. So it's like this is getting into the big leagues, and just kind of I've been able to leverage some of my connections, my friends still in the industry and the music side to get us on that. Because like all these music venues right now are looking to diversify their acts because like live music's not hitting like it used to. So they're wanting to bring in events like ours.
Because musicians aren't what they used to be.
And we took that unique approach, so where we're not going and trying to rent out a civic center
Right.
or that. I was like, because I told Zach when we started this thing, I was like, dude, a music venue has in the built-in production stuff that these guys are paying thousands of dollars on, and that's part of the reason we're able to do it is because I'm getting these venues. I'm not paying rental fees. We're able to work with the different people that we've cultivated, and we're able to, we're still.
Plus, you guys came in at a good time. Like you, I know you talk about it all the time. You grew up watching wrestling and everything, and you
I love pro wrestling.
You love the theatrics. You love the show of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like grappling. I mean, with obviously the rise that I don't want to say rise, but the success UFC's and MMA's had over the past 10, 15, 20 years.
Like Pride is a big influence too. Like I loved watching Pride and Dream,
Right.
all the
Walkouts and everything.
like all the Japanese stuff. Their walkouts, like Jason Mayhem Miller's walkouts, and like Sakuraba coming out
All that
with
fun
with
stuff.
the fucking mask on, luchador mask on. Like I just love the Japanese's approach to the pageantry and stuff like that.
Well, I think we're at a good time with that too. Like I said, with the success of MMA and the rise of grappling at the moment, grappling having their superstars within their own, our own little world, grappling world. It's getting to that point where money and the theatrics can pay off. So that's a good
You're
blend.
seeing how many different layers. Like there's a certain amount of money for MMA, and that's really high right now. And then
It's like
there's
boxing,
a certain money for
MMA.
boxing. Yeah, that's really high.
Yeah,
And then there's a certain amount of money for jiu-jitsu.
alternate combat sports.
And what you're seeing is a lot of the wrestlers, the true purist wrestler, college D1 wrestlers are saying that once you get out of college wrestling, amateur wrestling,
You got two places
there's
to
no
go.
money.
Yeah.
There's no money after that.
It's MMA or
So
grappling.
where are they going? Yeah, and now you're starting to see a lot
WWE.
of those legit college wrestlers go into jiu-jitsu because they see that that's where the money's growing.
Absolutely.
And the competition, those guys are just
It's an industry that's on the rise for sure.
Well, I want to see a guy like Jordan Burroughs or Kyle Snyder or somebody get some jiu-jitsu knowledge and just see how they would do, because those are like the creme de la creme of
Man,
U.S. wrestling.
Jordan's never gonna come to jiu-jitsu.
He kept saying he was maybe going to do MMA, maybe do this.
He's got
He gets
so
too
much
old.
money and sponsor deals. Like,
But
no.
it can be. That's the thing is, it's a life after wrestling. To like, you can do wrestling for only so long, such
Yeah.
a certain age. But jiu-jitsu allows you to compete at a super high level with potentially getting money, and there's a low barrier to entry if you're that
Caliber of level.
Cannibal lover.
Somebody get that beer away from Zach.
wrestler.
You were trying to say cannibal lover, right?
Cannibal lover wrestler.
Cantaloupe
If you're a
lover.
if you're a cantaloupe
Cantaloupe
lover
lover.
wrestler,
Yes, the
Cantaloupe
the
lover.
cantaloupe lover wrestlers.
Hit him with the
Can
cantaloupe.
get into jiu-jitsu very easily and just take 6 months of class and all of a sudden they're beating all the blue belts, right?
Yeah, it's good. And that's like something we're running into is like guys are like, oh, well, man, you could have made this match and this match because, the rankings and titles. I'm like, I told this guy today, I was like, man, none of that shit. I look at it. I was like, but none of that shit fucking matters to me. I was like, Herbert Santos and Gordon Ryan's a grudge match. It's what fucking people want to see. It's a mismatch in some ways because Herbert doesn't really do no-gi, but it's so much heat and so much bullshit. The spectacle and the show
It's
and
gonna
the
be
shit
worth it
talking,
for
it's
everybody
worth it
involved.
almost more than the Adolfo fight. So
Yeah.
in terms of the eyes it's going to generate. So
Yeah. Well,
this is the
it's-
first match where the Brazilians are going to actually cheer for Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, which
is so weird.
It's fucking wild, dude. Like they're gonna cheer for
Has-
Gordon.
do you think Gordon's prepared for this?
No, Gordon
Is he ready? Is he ready to have
Well,
Brazilian
and-
backing?
Well, Erberth came to me today. He's like, Ryan, look, I've never done his rule set,
Yeah.
so no heel hooks. And I go, okay.
Erberth said that.
Erberth wants no heel hooks. So I went
Okay.
to Gordon. I was like, hey, he wants no heel hooks, blah, blah, blah. And Gordon was like, what the fuck? Fine. Tell him no heel hooks is fine, but I can still reap. And Gordon was like, you motherfucker, I wasn't going to heel hook you anyways. So he's like,
Nice.
he's like, okay, no heel hooks. So it's
But he still
basically
gets the
Gordon
reap for
vowing
control,
to
huh?
draw it out for 9 minutes of hell and just transition.
oh,
and
I saw
break him.
his post.
He wants to break him. That's his. But Erberth, man, he's not a fucking slouch. He's
Dude,
good.
Erberth is a beast, man.
He's good. He's had his run. He's had some mental issues, haven't we all?
Don't
But fuck.
let one knee injury and a stage jump fool you, man. The
That
dude's
was not a
legit
real
as
knee.
fuck.
It wasn't a real knee injury.
Yeah. So
What if he was healed by the power of
Jesus.
the power of Christ
What about the
compels
power
him.
of Jesus and steroids? Gordon Ryan says that's what fuels him on his way to ADCC.
What, Jesus and steroids?
Yeah.
No, not he doesn't need steroids.
Oh,
Jesus.
because of Jesus. So no
The
steroids.
good Lord is in him.
The Lord and Bomba Savior.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen these natural facts about like
Oh, the purple
white belts,
belt, like
blue
that.
belts, purple belts? You haven't seen
Dude,
these?
Each week you come in with some heaters. Let's hear them.
Okay, so nature facts about white belts. It says what? A white belt is the larval form of the more formidable black belt. Where? White belts can be found under side control or deep in a submission hold. Predators. White belts are number one prey of blue belts, but are also cannibalistic. Natural defenses. The white belt has no natural defenses and must spend most of each day YouTubing ways to stop getting thoroughly destroyed.
Amazing.
Oh, this is great.
What does
Blue
it say about
belts.
black belts?
That one hasn't come out yet. I'm waiting. So it's on this page called Because Jiu-Jitsu on Instagram.
I'm gonna ride it.
Blue belts.
ride
What?
it.
So the first one. What? A blue belt is the first growth stage of a white belt. Strong enough to dominate white belts, but dumb enough to think that matters. That's super good.
In the beginning, it was be like that sometimes.
Some people don't think it'd be like it is.
Dumb
but they do.
enough to think that matters. Where? Blue belts are hard to keep once found and will inexplicably disappear for months before returning to their natural habitat.
That sounds about right.
Predators. Fresh blue belts are regularly fed upon by mature white belts and will avoid contact with
Not in
them
my fucking
if they
house.
feel threatened.
Get that shit on my lawn.
No, not in my fucking house.
Natural defenses. Most blue belts have one or two attacks that are that are actually dangerous, but rely on their prey to make mistakes for them to work.
So does that say Draculino blue belt or is it just blue
It
belt?
just says blue belt.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
count. Doesn't matter.
Shut up.
That's a different. That's a different cantaloupe lover of
Sorry,
jiu-jitsu
I
don't
practitioner.
comply.
The
Fucking-
purple belt one is like the purple one. I felt it. They haven't came out with anyone past this, but I said purple belts. What? A purple belt is the adolescent form of a black belt, knowledgeable but cocky, flamboyant but reckless.
Flamboyant.
Flamboyant. Where purple belts are easily spotted in the wild as they want to wear their rank at all times. Like peacocks using their plumage, so too do purple belts flaunt their purple flavored fashion. I am 100% guilty of this. Like I had a purple belt like street belt.
Oh, fuck.
Right? And you wanna hear something more douchey? I would put my stripes on that belt
And y'all
as
gave
I got
me-
stripes.
and y'all gave me
as I got
shit
stripes
for
I would,
calling myself a
I would,
third
I would
striper or
stripe up my
something.
fucking. I never called myself a striper though.
I'm a 3-striper, and you're like, oh, just a 3-striper.
But dude, I had a purple jiu-jitsu hat like that I wore all the time. Like that was 100% me.
So they did all the gay shit, and then like,
All
you
the
come
gay
in and
shit.
They're gonna clown us for doing the same gay
All
shit.
then-
the gay shit.
Yeah, and this says predators.
Hashtag no homo.
Likely.
Though mostly impervious to attack from white and blue belts, they are regularly found
Coming for you,
injured
purple
or
belts.
fatally wounded by brown and black belts who grew tired of their shit. This is natural defenses. When threatened, a purple belt will quickly pull guard and begin to invert in some god-awful modern guard that is probably more technical than it is necessary. I love that last line, too. More technical than it is necessary.
Well, you know
That
what's been
makes
cool
sense.
is that in class, Professor Dracolino and Lucas and them have been doing worm guard, and you know we've Keenan's been a big friend to the event and all that. We've gotten to know him a little bit, and dude, the worm guard is the fucking future. Like in terms of preventing people from passing. I was over at Opiano's on Sunday, and these guys I'm going to pass, and a guy has a lapel thing, and I'm like literally passed, and it's like then you just get to a point where you can't do anything. Like there's literally those grips are in place. I mean, it's unreal. Like what he did with Miragali. Like Miragali had 10 advantages on him. Keenan did his triangle escape that he used, but he also was able to just use the lapels to kind of negate his De La Riva game that he plays.
Yeah.
He has like that De La Riva kind of spider De La Riva game, and he was able to use the lapels just to negate that whole game when he was on top. I don't know. It was just brilliant.
I want to get the lapel encyclopedia, but it's fucking expensive. We ain't got no code.
We should just go to Keenan's new gym and just fucking take one.
Keenan, hit us up. We need that
Yeah,
code, bro.
I don't have a DVD player.
We could do like a buddy.
Give
do
me
like
the
a buddy
link.
comedy. Like
Give me the streaming
I
link.
need the link.
Zach and Ryan go to Legion American
Come on,
Jiu-Jitsu.
keep it up, Keenan.
Come on, Keenan. I don't want to pirate bay your shit.
Give us,
Hook us up, bro.
Pirate Bay.
I don't want to find your shit on Cody.
I don't want to LimeWire
son,
your
right?
shit, boy. You better.
Damn, bro.
Probably find it on
Austin
Cody.
I'm a Kazam that
Austin probably
shit.
has it.
No, Austin, man, he hooked it up with the Fanatics login. Michael Zinga, you guys, please don't suspend his usage. He has only one per household, so.
Well,
But
I mean, he's staying with you now, right?
Why are you
So, yeah, you guys live together.
In
I didn't say anything. So
Yeah.
moving on.
Good thing we're not live and we can
Ryan
edit this
catches
out.
on podcast.
I forgot we were on a podcast for a second.
Hold on,
It's like, what are these mics for?
Oh, no, it's just me watching right now, so we're good.
Where am I at?
Yeah.
Where are we at?
So we have time to edit it before it hits the.
Yeah,
the
we can edit
YouTubes.
it. The YouTube.
The YouTube.
So, Berto, we haven't really talked about, like any of the qualifier stuff because, I haven't been here and then Zach's been, it's just, we get kind of exhausted because that's what we do all the time is talk about Third Coast. So we get to a point where I don't want to fucking talk about it. But it's been a while. I've kind of had a chance to look over it. What do you think of this
He
one?
likes to hear about it.
I want to hear your feedback on it.
About the qualifiers?
Yeah, what do you think overall of how things went with it?
I thought the event went great, man. I think the setup for the audience was a
lot better.
A lot better this time around at Scout. I mean, this is the third one at Scout, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all had that pretty dialed in. From a ref standpoint, I mean, I had a great view. The matches went pretty smoothly.
Y'all did great, yeah. I mean, the three.
I like
Still
those
nobody's
kids.
falling off the stage.
Yeah.
So-
I
and
like
these
those
big-
kids, man. They were cool peeps,
They're coming out
they-
for all of us, yeah.
Yeah,
for all of us.
the Ornday
Ornday
brothers. Yeah, they're cool people, man. It was my first time meeting them, and
Super cool guys.
I'm not an IBJJF ref. Like I've been competing for a long time, but I'm not like a certified ref.
You're familiar.
They are, right? And they would come off the stage and be like, "You got any pointers? You got
Well,
anything?
you're the certified
you got anything
3CG ref. That's
Yeah,
why. I mean, you're a ref.
I'm the 3CG
Plus
ref.
you're a black belt.
But they would come off the
Don't
stage.
beat jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I am a black belt. But they would come off the stage and be like, "Yo, like, what did you think? Is there anything I missed?" And I just thought that was really cool.
They came to me
because
too,
they
or
didn't
they're doing
they
the
didn't
same?
have to fucking do that, and like they don't know me. So
But
I
it should be kind of collaborative. Even you look at.
no, it should be, but like it,
You look
I
at
had never
UFC
had this
refs, they do
experience.
that too.
Well, like all of us, like me, Berto, and the refs would sit down and like work and like, hey, what do you think? Can we do? Hey, man, be a little more aggressive on the stalling calls or something. Like I'm giving feedback.
Well, you guys had
Ryan's like, I'm not trying to pay anybody. Call stalling at 3 seconds.
When the ref,
3 seconds. If they take 2 breaths without making a move,
Hey, we just
give them a stalling
when the
call.
ref had to decide who was going to pick the overtime, like how you all three came together and decided together.
It was a huddle. It was nice.
Well, and on decisions too, like it would come in, they would make their judgment. They tell me, like it was good. I like that separation to where it can say I'm not trying to influence the judging. I like y'all take it
You're
independently.
not really not
yourself.
talking anything about. You're like, you see that chick in the back? Yeah, but she's pretty hot.
That's my sister, motherfucker.
Oh shit! No, she
Like, I
wins.
always imagine
She totally
that,
wins.
Like what like the refs at football games are talking about whenever they huddle together. Probably nothing to do.
And-
They're like, so what'd you do? Oh, I was super hammered last night, bro. Like,
No, but me,
All right, it's been enough time.
but the
Let's
One
get
Day
back
Brothers,
up
we
there.
were all on the same page. Like I'd come to the side and they'd be like, they just look at me and be like, yeah, what you're thinking, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, got it. Like we were pretty on the same page about the whole thing.
So you made new friends?
But yeah, they helped me out.
Gumby Jiu-Jitsu
I'm,
is a handle, right?
Yeah, I got one of them on the.
Did you tell him
the-
that yours was
the
Burton
Instagram.
Hoe?
Burton Hoe.
Burton Hoe 41.
He was in our first qualifiers event.
No, yeah.
Austin.
Austin's good feet.
The which one? Because the younger one is also the taller one, right?
Yeah, the purple belt one.
Austin took second. He
He
lost
took
to
second to William Taggart.
William Tackett. Speaking of the Tacketts and Steel, like they've been out there, in Europe, doing their thing. They've
right.
I mean, like Rodrigo. I saw him. He came out because he coached Andrew, and like William and Cody just got back from over there. They've been out there in Europe doing, God knows what. December
Seminars,
7th, they're doing like
tours, bunch of shit.
a US Team USA 5-on-5 grappling
Yeah.
tournament. So that's why they're not competing for us. But next year they'll be back out there. I mean,
Andrew be there.
Those guys are crazy, man. They're really good.
yeah, it's
Fun to watch.
unreal.
Cody's wrestling is really fucking world class.
So could yours if you came to wrestling class.
Yeah, probably not, but I mean, thanks. Your encouragement
I'm here
goes
for you.
far.
I'm
Thanks,
here
buddy.
for you. Yep.
Well, just hug me.
So, yeah, what's been going on? I mean, like, what's hot out there? What's the new hotness?
the
where we
weather,
at?
bro. The weather.
Oh, it's
in
cold
Houston
as
is fucking
fuck
dumb.
this weather, dude.
Shut
I'm
up,
about
man.
to leave.
I'm
I was
happy.
walking out of the apartment to come.
Yeah.
And that somebody had turned the sprinklers on right when I was walking out, so it's windy
That's
as fuck
dumb.
and it's cold.
Yeah.
And I come walking out, I was like, water wall, just
Fucking
Dude.
dumb.
like motherfucker.
It's insane the weather here during this time
Yeah,
because
if-
it's like these cold fronts come, but the weather, like the climate in the Gulf is still hot. So once the cold front moves through, we're back to like
Back to nasty, dude.
70,
if,
75.
if you're not familiar with Houston and our weather today, our weather range was a high of 75 and a low of 34.
Yeah.
So 41 fucking degrees
Welcome
in
to
a day,
Houston,
bro.
motherfuckers.
And tomorrow will be 80 again. So that's how people die.
Yeah, this morning it was like close to fucking
It was so
80.
fuck.
It was like 77 or something like that. It is currently 45 degrees
45
outside.
degrees. Yeah, it's supposed to get into like low 30s tonight.
Man, that's the thing that people don't understand about the cold whenever it's high humidity. Like it's different,
it's
man.
cutting, dude.
Because I've been in other places where it's cold but dry and it's not the same. Like you put on a jacket, you're good.
Yeah.
But like here, it wraps you. Like, it
it's
engulfs
piercing,
you.
man. Get your bones, dude. Your bones get cold.
Yeah. I actually started to experience like for the first time like my joints and shit lock
Yeah?
up when it gets cold.
Yeah?
Osteoporosis.
Fucking old ass bitch.
You're old, motherfucker.
I'm wise.
Drink your milk.
Yeah, Ensure. They make it old people.
Ensure.
That's what I drink. I'm gonna go have one right
An
now.
activity.
Actually.
Yeah?
An Ensure.
Fuck, this late?
You about to
Damn,
bounce
this
or what?
splurging,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
about to get out of here.
Well,
So,
God,
It's
fine.
all bounce.
I like how,
let's do it.
yeah.
It's been a great episode.
This
No
has been a
need
good
to,
one, man. I'm cool with that. My hip's hurting because I'm old. Sorry, I'm wise.
Wise.
I guess on that note,
Old and wise.
shout out. Don't forget to check out the next Third Coast Grappling,
shit
December
in there. The jiu-jitsu
7th
talk
at
was
Warehouse
solid, I
Live
think.
here in Houston. Shout out to all our sponsors again. And on that note, bring in that sick fucking beat.
Boom.